Hi, let us continue with our discussion about internal auditing of ISO 9001. In our previous videos, we talked about the role and responsibility of the auditors. We mentioned that the auditors, such as lead auditor, team leaders, and the internal auditors, they need to be well experienced and well trained so that they are competent to carry out their responsibility. In these videos, we're going to talk about the requirements for the auditors, which can be divided into 5 aspects. First is about the knowledge. The auditors must be well versed of ISO 9001 in terms of the clauses and the requirement, and should be able to use those clauses while writing the audit notes, NCR, and OFI. Also, the auditor should have some understanding in terms of the organizational practices and processes, and aware of relevant legal and regulatory requirements. Now, this knowledge of ISO 9001 can easily be achieved by attending the training and getting a copy of ISO 9001. Remember to use the latest versions in order to keep yourself updated. And then before doing the auditing, auditors are advised to go through the entire ISO 9001. This is the standard. It would be good if you can go through the entire standard before doing the auditing. Next is the education. Basically, anyone can be the auditor as long as you can read and you can communicate. Now, if possible, you should have relevant educational background. For example, attended training related to the ISO, such as understanding ISO 9001 or internal auditor training. And then next is the experience. If you have practical experience in relevant industry, that will be the added value. This will allow you to quickly understand the organizational practice and the processes and identify the relevant problems. Next is about the skill. You need to be proficient in audit technique, having strong communication skills, both written and verbal, and ability to make fair and balanced judgment. I guess this is critical. How do you deal with the auditee? How do you make valid judgment? This will determine a smooth auditing processes, especially under tense environment when you do not get the trust from the auditees, unable to get their cooperations, and the atmosphere turns sour due to certain misunderstanding. This is when you need to have good communication skills. You need also some auditing techniques for you to get the right information that can be very helpful to smoothen the auditing processes. There are skills of asking questions in order to get what you wish to acquire. Next is the personal attribute. You need to be independent and impartiality. Don't bring your personal emotions to the auditing section. You need to be fair to the auditees. Be humble and respectful. Be sincere, not to position yourself as if you are looking for a mistake. It is more towards helping the auditees to improve. Then you need to be objective, evidence-based, and unbiased decision making. And then also the ethical conduct. Be professionalism, uphold integrity, especially you have the right to request for informations during the auditing period. Certain informations are confidential and not supposed to be disclosed to the third party. Therefore, you should uphold that, keeping it confidential in order to avoid breaching the trust between the auditees and the auditors. What you see here, Due to the requirements, there should be proper selections of the auditors. You are selecting those who are responsible, have good reputations, good track record, demonstrate professionalism and integrity within your organizations to become the internal auditors. This will save you a lot of troubles. And then there should be proper training in terms of the knowledge of the ISO, as well as the skills and techniques of doing auditing and dealing with the auditee. Sometimes you may not feel confident if even after you have done the training, because the training normally end in 1 to 2 days. So compact schedule, so many things to learn, especially when you are first introduced to auditing. It doesn't matter because there will be still long way to go in learning. Normally, if you are the first timer, you will not be asked to become the team leader or the lead auditor. Very likely, you'll be assigned as one of the auditors in an auditing team, and there will be team leaders to guide you, and you learn along the process. Should you require further guidance, you may also seek advice from experienced colleagues who are also auditors, or you can even get the advice from the lead auditors. Very often we are lacking confidence, like what I used to be. After attended the training, I also feel like not sure whether I'm competent or not. However, I learned along the way through cycles of auditing practices. You gain more through practicing.